Hello Planet Internet, I'm Emperor Cole and this is Emperor Cole Film Review brought to you by MindBenderENT.com. And today I'm here to review Brightburn, written by Mark Gunn and Brian Gunn, produced by James Gunn, and directed by David Yareski. Everybody, let's get ready to take this journey together, but wait, is it a bird, is it a plane, or is it an evil version of Superman who's come to the planet to kill everybody and take over? Let's get ready to take this journey together. Let's do it! Okay, so this movie, Brightburn, definitely came out of nowhere. I remember seeing the trailer for the first time maybe a month or so ago, and I had no idea this movie was getting ready to come out. And given the recent explosion of superhero movies, this is definitely something different because this is truly superhero horror. This is not a thriller, it is definitely a horror film when you see things that actually happen with the lead character and how he develops. So now, when I first saw the trailer, it just looked like simply the Superman story at first, and I'm thinking somebody's going to get sued by Warner or DC because this is clearly a knockoff. And then when the trailer reaches a certain point where it completely hits a spin, and you're like, oh, this is definitely not the Superman story. Brightburn is actually a very small story. It's very self-contained. It takes place in a small town of Brightburn in Kansas. So this movie does not have any crazy over-the-top action sequences because, of course, it is a horror film. But there is one scene towards the end where there is some things that happen, and you can tell that the movie is a small film. The budget, I believe, was only $6 to $7 million, so it doesn't have any crazy, ridiculous things going on, which is actually good because it's meant to be a small story. It's a small horror story. Also, the film does a very good job of setting up a lot of tension and suspense where you see this character start to develop where things are kind of starting to go down. Some information starts to come to him, and it kind of makes you wonder, should he have been told that, should he have been provided with that information, or should he have just been misled to believe that he was quote-unquote normal like everybody else? The writers and the directors of this film, they did a very good job at making this movie the anti-superhero. It's basically everything the quote-unquote good guys would do, or everything Superman would have done part of the Superman story. This movie is the complete opposite. There's even a love story blended into this particular movie, but the love story, the love angle, and the love interest, everything goes completely wrong with her as well. The lead actor in the film is Jason Dunn. Of course, he plays the lead title character of Brightburn. He does a good job at doing the balancing act between coming off as a young 12-year-old kid who's just trying to make his way with his mother and father. He's the awkward kid in school. And then there are moments where he's completely twisted and evil, and he does a good job at doing that balancing act. Another thing I will say about this movie, Brightburn, it would be very interesting to see if Sony was willing to create a universe around this character, because of course this character is the bad guy in this movie. And I won't give away the ending, but it would be interesting if they did a sequel, and maybe in the sequel, the good guys or whoever come to Earth to try to stop him or something like that. So I think that's something that could be unique, and it's something that could definitely be explored given the character. Venom earned so much more money than anybody thought. Venom is definitely getting a sequel, and they're building out that universe around Venom. So this is something where something like that could actually be done with Brightburn, just with the way they set this character up, and like I said, the way this movie is set up, where they could definitely build out this universe. They could definitely do a little bit more to explain the origins of what planet or wherever this actual character came from, and there's a lot that could be done here, and I'm guessing it's all going to depend on what the box office success of this film is. Brightburn, if you enjoy superhero films, you're definitely going to enjoy this movie. If you like horror and superhero films, you put those two together, there's no way you're not going to like this movie. And like I said before, this movie is very good. It's a real twist on the superhero genre. It's definitely horror, and I believe it is worth you seeing this weekend or any other weekend if you want to check it out. Okay, so now it's time for me to give Brightburn a score on the MindBender movie meter. I'm going to have to say Brightburn, I give it a score of 83%, 83% on the MindBender movie meter. This has been Emperor Cole's film review for the movie Brightburn. If you enjoyed this review, definitely subscribe to this YouTube channel. Make sure you check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/MindBender Entertainment. Follow us on Instagram at MindBender_entertainment. Follow us on Twitter at MindBenderENT. And of course, make sure you share this review with anyone who might be thinking about going to see this movie. So make sure you subscribe and check us out on all our different social media platforms. And we'll check you out next time here on this channel for another movie review. Everybody be safe, and remember, the future is now.